the day I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up. In spite of the ache, we'll rise up. And we'll do it 1,000 times again.
Welcome, Pirates, to a special segment of DNN in celebration of Black History Month. Today we have one staff member and 3 students. If you would like to introduce yourselves.
Hi everybody, I'm Mr. Beauchamp.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Leilani.
I'm Quentin.
All right, and today I'll be asking you guys some questions about your experience with Black History Month. So the first one is, how do you celebrate Black History Month? How do you observe it? You and your family, just yourself? Start with you, Mr. Beauchamp.
I do a lot of things. One, I dress in African attire and like I am today. Definitely eat lots of soul food. And at church, I lead worship at 2 churches every Sunday, and so we do songs from the culture and from the civil rights movement, freedom songs, and we do the Black National Anthem and stuff. So that's how I celebrate.
That's wonderful, thank you.
I would celebrate it with my family. Or is that the question? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
By like watching documentaries and like movies and just like educating ourselves more on Black history. So.
Thank you.
I'd say we have open discussions and educate ourselves more and just be more involved in the community. And I feel like BSU gives me that opportunity, I could say, because we get to help out the community and we get to do events. And I feel like that's significant to Black History Month. So.
Wonderful, thank you.
Kind of same thing for Jaden. We just kind of watch movies and then we eat soul food and just kind of watch movies and educate ourselves on how our history was and how it is from the past and now. So, yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you guys so much for sharing. My second question for today is, what does Black History Month mean to you?
Wow, that's a loaded question. It means legacy. Knowing that I am standing on the shoulders of our ancestors, and not just our own familial ancestors, but those who were brought over from Africa. You know, the ones that survived that long, treacherous trip, being chained together. So it's all about the legacy.
Beautiful response. Thank you.
And for me, I think it means to realize and like reflect on the struggle that they had and see their great achievements and like how we are in this place we are today. It helps me like understand more, and I like to acknowledge that during this month especially, and so that's why we do like the announcements and all that stuff, just so that we can reflect back. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'd say pretty much the same thing. I'd say it's about the people, and I think that's a big part because without having, you know, strong leading voices in the Black community, I feel like, you know, people would be scared not to, you know, fight for equality. But we had a lot of those, you know, strong leads. So, yeah, it's just about commemorating those people.
Wonderful. Thank you.
For me, it was just kind of like how like some of our people that fought for us, for our rights and our freedom, just to have just to be around other people and have the same thing as everyone else. So it's just kind of, that's how I kind of think of it. So it's just to have it, like everything around what we have that we didn't have back in the past. So.
All right, thank you so much. Those were amazing responses. The last question for today is, do you think there's anything we can be doing as a Davis community, as a Yakima community, to better observe and celebrate Black History Month? Start with you, Mr. Boccia.
First thing I would say is realize that Black history is American history. I know that they only teach, especially in history, only a certain parts of history, of our history and culture, but there's so much more. You know, before we were enslaved, we were kings and queens, you know, and we have a lot more than basketball players and musicians. Like, there are Black scientists and lawyers and judges, and, you know, so yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you.
I think something that would be helpful is if the school would think more about, like, our like, we're doing BSU, and so, like, we want to make that better for, like, the next, like, I guess, generation or, like, next class. So I would say, like, think of a vision for, like, the next 3 to 5 years of how we can make it a better experience for the new Black kids, or, you know, just make it better for them. So
The whole idea of never stopping to grow, never stopping to achieve more. Yeah, that's awesome.
I have to agree. I'd say giving a, you know, opportunity and voice to Black kids here at Davis, and I'd also say that we need to learn more about Black history, and I think that's why, you know, we do our announcements in the morning, to recognize that there's not just, you know, as Mr. Beauchamp said, basketball players and musicians, and that there is, you know, that we have success in our bloodline. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
For around Davis, I would just think, like, some education things around the school, just kind of wanting kids to see how it was before and then how it is now, and just kind of educate, like, kids in history, or just have some posters and stuff around school and just kind of educate them, so they're not just saying, like, oh, this is just another month and it's a month to celebrate Black history, that what we had from then and then what we have now, because we didn't have all this stuff that we do now that we did back then. So we just kind of had to educate them in history, and then around school when they walk around, just kind of educate them how what we had from then to now. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Education and activism. Thank you guys so much for these amazing responses. Is there anything else you would like to share with our Davis community? Anything else that you guys wanted to say?
Yeah, I'll say. No, it is Black History Month, and, you know, of course, we're celebrating Black History Month. To kind of echo what Quentin was saying, I think it would be great to have a designated spot for each cultural group during their Heritage Month, to put up a display, you know, and also maybe do an assembly. I know, you know, we don't want to cut too much into educational time. However, it is educational, learning about different cultures, because then we learn to appreciate one another, and we realize that we're all brothers and sisters made of one blood.
Thank you so much. That totally sums up what it means to be a Davis Pirate, what it means to live in this community and to exist together. We really are stronger together. So thank you guys so much for sharing your voices. Thank you for bringing all of your ideas to the table. We value you here, and you're absolutely amazing. I feel honored to be a part of this conversation, so really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Of course, anytime. All right, thank you, Pirates, for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Rise like the day, I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again.